Hello everyone, good day. How are you? I hope you're all doing well. So, meron naman tayong asynchronous class, no? And here I am presenting to you our video recorded of the lesson natin, okay? So, I hope you are okay and I hope meron kayong notebooks or pens, no, with you para maka-take down kayo ng notes later on, okay? And take note din na dapat mapanood niyo itong video na ito kasi by the end of this, I am giving you a simple activity and also by next meeting, we will have a short quiz regarding this lesson. Okay? So, sit back and relax and please listen and please watch it until the end. Okay? So, ayan. So, to start, before we proceed to the proper discussion, let's have a short recap muna of our previous lesson. Okay? So, we know, no? In our third grading lesson, we have here discussed ano na yung mga type of research. So, research can be, that is, qualitative or quantitative. So, we have two types of research. We have the qualitative and the quantitative. So, ano bang kaibahan nitong dalawa? So, when we say research or a qualitative research, usually it talks about the experiences of the individuals, okay? Or mga opinions or the idea of a person. And if we base our description on the data that we collect, usually qualitative research is more on mga phrases or mga words, okay? And as you collect the data, you will identify ano yung pattern para makabuo ka ng theme. So, yan yung analysis of our data here, no? Under qualitative research. And on the other hand naman, quantitative research, okay? So, usually, ginagamitan ito ng statistical tool, no? If we base it according sa data na makollect natin. Usually, more on numerical data yung nandito. Okay? So, gagamitan siya ng statistical tool to analyze our data. So, here, let's proceed here. So, blank bridges the gap between the researcher and blank. So, ano yung term na maaari nating i-replace dito to complete our sentence? Blank bridges the gap between the researcher and blank. Okay, very good. So, that is introduction bridges the gap between the researcher and the reader. And in our previous lesson, no, we have discussed yung chapter 1 or the introduction. So, introduction includes the purpose or significance, the statement of the problem, the delimitation, and as well as the research design. Okay? So, actually, there isn't a single part of the research paper, no, that solely bridges the gap between the researcher and the reader. But in this simple recap lang, no, and as based from our understanding then, usually, sa introduction talaga that yung part ng ating research that could bridge the gap, no, between the researcher and the reader. So, bakit kaya? So, we have here the flow, kumbaga, of our research paper. So, first, we have the introduction, then that will be followed by the literature review, the methodology, the results, the discussion, conclusion, and lastly is the recommendation for future studies. So, we're done discussing these two, no? So, here's the introduction, okay? Here, it will contextualize, no, na yung ating research by explaining ano yung topic or yung topic significance and how it relates to the existing knowledge. So, dito, we will contextualize or we will present ano yung problem na nakita natin, and then we will also discuss here kung ano yung mga different questions that could answer, no? And that could give a solution to the problem that we have identified or chosen, no? Then, sa literature review naman, this section bridges the gap by demonstrating the researcher's awareness of previous work in the field. So, since sa literature review, nandyan natin, or dyan natin ipapresent yung mga different studies na, no, that relates to our study. And here, it positions the current research within the existing conversation by highlighting what's known and what remains unanswered. So, syempre, meron mga research gap, kumbaga, no, or yung tawagin natin na hindi naman lahat ng mga previous previous studies is nasasagutan lahat yung mga katanungan natin. So, kaya, we conduct then a study and we base our understanding din, no, from the previous lesson. So, kaya, meron tayong literature review. It also serve as the support, no, of our claims in our study na meron ganito na process or meron ganito na na-exist na problem and meron kayong masuggest pa na problem, solution for that problem. Okay? So, on the other hand, ayan, ito naman si methodology. This is what we will talk about for this afternoon, no? Or for this session. So, ano ba itong methodology natin? So, what is the difference between methodology and methods? So, in the previous lesson, diba, we have differentiate what is the difference between research design and the research methodology. And we know that methodology is the what? Research methodology is the underlying principle or the philosophical, no, principle of our study. Okay? Whereas research design naman is yung blueprint natin. Now, ano kaibahan ni methodology sa methods? So, methodology, it acts as the justification and rationale for choosing the type of data collection and analysis the researcher will conduct. This is based on one's existing knowledge of the phenomenon and the knowledge that one wants to explore. So, meaning to say, methodology is the underlying philosophical, no, or the philosophy of our research. And we can refer this to the overall strategy of our research, no? And research methodology explains why you've chosen a particular approach to answer your research question. Okay? And methods naman is the specific set of tools, no? Take note, specific set of tools that researcher uses throughout the study. Okay? These are the practical techniques as a researcher that you can use to gather and analyze data. So, example niyan includes yung surveys or experiments or interviews, no? Yan yung specific tools or set of tools that you can use throughout your study. Okay? So, yan. Now, another question is, how are your methodologies and methods related to your research design? So, as what I have said earlier na research design is the blueprint, diba? It is the blueprint of your study. And this is the overall framework or plan for your research. And dito, sa research design, it dictates how you will answer your research question. Okay? So, ano bang connect ni method sa ating research design? So, balik tayo kanina. Methods, these are the set of specific tools. And research design is the blueprint. So, let's use itong analogy, no? Like building a house. So, kung si research design, this is the blueprint and it dictates the overall structure ng inyong bahay. Let's say, single story ba yan siya or multi-level na house. And research method naman, yan yung mga tools, no, that you can use. Kasi specific tools, diba, si research methods. So, for example, yung mga gamit natin to build a building or a house, like mga concrete mixers, mga nails, no, mga hammers, or mga gabas, mga bakal, no? Yun yung mga specific tool para kung ano yung nasa blueprint mo or ano yung nasa research design mo is magkaroon ng outcome or output. Okay? Feasible or physical na output. Okay? So, ayan. So, this afternoon, no, we will talk about methodology and as what I have said, since ilang beses na nabanggit yung tools, so therefore, we will talk about the different tools or the tools for data collection. Okay? Yan. So, let me present to you our learning objectives. So, at the end of the lesson, the student should be able to construct appropriate tools and methods for data collection. And this is the essential question that we need to answer, no? After this lesson. How does implementing guidelines in data collection affect the quality of data collected? So, here naman, this is the simple figure that could outline or that you can use, no, to outline kung ano yung mga different procedure in data collection. Actually, you can use it, no, or you can see it in your handouts. Okay? So, ayan. So, to start, let's have this simple scenario. We have here the population of Papua New Guinea according to 2000 census was recorded as follows. Meron daw 726,680 children less than 5 years of age and merong 1,298,503 women 15 to 49 years of age. Now, the situation is, if one survey team could collect data on 13 women and 13 children per day, and then meron silang 6 teams, no, that will conduct itong survey or itong pag-collect ng data. So, kung out of the 6 teams, okay, 6 teams, it will take them daw 16,648 days or 45 years or 45.6 years to complete the data collection. So, if you had the money and time, would this data be useful? So, yung data ba daw na na-collect mo from this, okay, criteria or persons is magiging useful pa ba? Bakit siya useful? Bakit siya hindi useful? Sa tingin ninyo. So, you may comment down below, no, kung ano yung idea nyo with this. So, let me share to you my idea. Okay? So, as you can see, 2000 census yan siya, no? And dito yung total population ng children and saka ng women. Para sa akin, no, ang data na makollect from this population, okay, will not be useful anymore. Bakit? Kasi, as you can see, based from the problem, 45.6 years daw ang mag-google nila na oras or panahon bago makumpleto yung pag-collect ng data from this entire population. And, take note then na when we conduct our research, dapat smart tayo, no? Dapat specific tayo, and dapat measurable yung data natin, relevant yung data, and ano ba? Smart. Kalimutan ko yung A. And T, time-bounded. Okay? So, dapat time-bounded tayo. So, itong mga 5 years of age at saka 15 to 49 years of age, syempre, tatanda yan, no? As the years goes by. So, since ito yung naset mo na criteria as your respondents, so, magiging invalid na yung data na makollect mo after a year. For example, this year, let's say 2000 ngayon, and ito yung mga 5 respondents mo, no? Mga 5 years old na mabata at saka 15 to 49 years old na mga babae. So, sa year na ito, 2000, syempre hindi mo yan siya makollect lahat kasi marami yung population niya, no? Ayan. And kulang yung time mo. So, kaya aabot siya ng 45.6 years. So, hindi tatanda man 'di ba itong ating mga respondents, 'di ba? So doon pa lang, no, na-violate mo na yung na-set mo na criteria as your respondents. And lalo na dito, mga women's 15 to 49 years of age. Sorry. So, may possibility na yung iba dito is madeds na, okay, or wala nang kakayahan to answer your survey. So, therefore, no, in this situation, hindi na useful yung data. Okay? So, ayan. Actually, no, as we collect our data, these are the specific or the general outline of the data collection procedure. Though it appears short, each step has its thorough guidelines and procedure. And same with cooking or doing, let's say, magluto or mag-bake, diba? Meron tayong different steps to follow. So, same din dito sa ating research, no? Meron tayong different steps or procedure din na sundan. And step 1 doon is itong setting boundaries. We need to do itong sampling. So, kaya, sampling from a population yung topic natin. Okay, this is the first step or the first procedure that we need. So, like this one, no? Entire population kasi yung nandito. Okay? So, para maging effective yung research niyo and para maging useful pa rin yung data, we need to conduct itong sampling. Okay? So, ano ba itong sampling na ito? Sampling, by definition, is the process by which a researcher identifies the representative of population to be used in his or her study. Okay? Take note. Process siya para ma-identify ni researcher kung sino yung magiging representative ng kanilang or ng population na pagkukunan niya ng kanyang data. And it is the use of a subset of the population to represent the whole population. So, subset siya ng ating population. Kasi sa population, that is the set of all possible values, okay? The entire individuals under a specific populations. For example, General Santos City. So, lahat ng mga residents na galing sa Jensan or taga Jensan, yan yung population. While yung mga subset naman is nakadepende na sa iyo, no, kung ano yung subset, ano yung criteria mo. So, later on, we will discuss ano yung mga different sampling method natin. Okay? So, here, we have, according to Flick 2009, he outlined the areas of the research process now where sampling decisions are applied. Meron tayong dapat mga different decisions to apply para mag-sample tayo or kukuha tayo ng sample. So, first there, we have the case sampling. Okay? So, according kay Flick, actually, nasa handouts niyan siya. So, here, dapat daw, you will set a standard or criteria kung sino yung mga respondents ninyo for your research. So, based sa inyo, mga na-propose nyo ng mga title or research problem is usually mga students, no? Yung inyong mga respondents. So, ayan. Yan yung case sampling natin. Dapat meron tayong specific na individual kung sino yung kukunan natin ng data. So, in your case, napili niyo is mga senior high school student. Okay? So, yan yung criteria. So, ang tanong, kung senior high school student yung inyong respondents, pwede ba kayong kukuha ng mga teachers as your respondents? So, syempre, hindi, no? Kasi yung naset yun na criteria is yung mga students lang. So, kaya dapat students lang din yung involved or mga respondents nyo sa inyong research. Okay? So, after nyo daw maka-choose kung sino yung respondents nyo or kung sino yung kukunin nyo as samples, syempre, alamin nyo din yung sampling groups of cases or kung saan nyo kukunin yung mga samples ninyo. So, for example, in your research, so, saan nyo yan siya ikakandak? So, syempre, sa STI, no? So, dapat mga senior high school students lang din from STI yung inyong mga respondents or pagkunan nyo ng data. Okay ba? Okay. So, first, sino yung respondents nyo, then followed by kung saan nyo kukunin. So, after nyo ma-identify yan, so, kailangan nyo din alamin kung ano yung material na gagamitin ninyo. Is it ba in a questionnaire form, in a survey form, a Likert scale ba na questionnaire type of form? Okay? So, we can discuss that further, no, in our next lesson. But ito lang yung mga specific decisions that we need to apply kung magsasample tayo or we use this process na sampling. And after that, syempre, pipili na kayo kung sino yung mga interview nyo and you need to know then kung saan yung mga data na maaari nyo gamitin, no, or gagamitin nyo sa pag-analyze na. Kasi minsan kasi hindi lahat ng mga questionnaires natin is masasagutan ng ating mga respondents. So, kaya alamin din natin, no, piliin din natin, salaan din natin kung alin doon sa mga responses na iyon yung maaari nating collect. So, sorry if medyo maingay yung background ko, no? So, please bear with me. Okay. So, ayan, let's differentiate population. Population is the set of all possible values of the variable, that is the entire individual, no, under sa population or under a specific area. For example, STI. So, population ng STI is lahat ng mga nandito sa STI. Or, let's say, sa barangay Kalumpang. So, lahat ng mga residents from the barangay Kalumpang, yan yung population. All possible values. On the other hand naman is sample. Okay? So, this is just the selected part or the subset of our population. So, later on, we will discuss ano na yung mga different sampling methods, no? Paano natin mapili kung sino yung magiging sample natin. Okay? So, yan. So, to apply what you have learned, let's have this simple scenario and let's identify ano yung population and ano yung ating sample dito. So, the XYZ Food Company wants to test the span of their new food product. They randomly selected 50 products and put it in their testing room for a specific number of days. Okay. So, saan kaya dito yung ating population? Or ano yung population nito? Okay, very good. It is the XYZ Food Company new food product. Okay? The new food product of the XYZ Food Company. So, specific tayo, no? Then, after that, ano yung sample? Okay, very good. The sample will be the randomly selected 50 products. Kasi, out of the entire population of the new food product, so, they will test daw, no, kung ano yung span of itong new food product nila according sa specific numbers of days. Okay? Yan. So, selected 50 products. Yung sample natin. Another example. The STI head office contacts 5,000 students of STI around Luzon and asked whether they had been prescribed medications for any mental disorders such as depression or anxiety. So, ano kaya yung population and ano kaya dito or alin kaya dito yung sample natin? So, ang sample natin dito is ito. The 5,000 students of STI around Luzon. But, ano yung population? Okay. So, we know, diba, STI have different branches all over the Philippines. Merong STI from sa Luzon, sa Visayas, at saka Mindanao. So, therefore, yung population natin dito is the schools or the STI colleges all over the Philippines. And ang sample lang natin dito is itong 5,000 students of STI around Luzon. So, na-specify niya, no, na around Luzon lang na STI campuses yan. And 5,000 students na yung kukunin niya. Okay? Naintindihan ba? Sige. I hope na intindihan na, no? Na intindihan niyo na yung differences between the population at saka ng sample. Okay? Okay. So, why do we need to get a sample pala from a population? So, isa doon na reason is to para ma-less yung expenses natin and para ma-maximize natin yung time natin, no? Okay? Para hindi siya time-consuming and para less expensive siya. Okay? Now, let's talk about the different sampling method. So, there are two types, no, of sampling method. We have the probability sampling and the non-probability sampling. Probability sampling, okay, it is a probability technique in which the subset of a population gets an equal opportunity to be selected as a representative sample. So, take note, okay, meron daw equal opportunity, merong equal opportunity yung ating individual from the population kung saan natin kukunin yung sample natin. And probability sampling is used when accurate representation of the entire population is needed in the sample. Take note, kung gusto mo na accurate representation, no, for the entire population, yung gusto mo is gagamit ka ng probability sampling. Okay? And usually, it gives all representatives of the entire population to be selected as sample and you often used in quantitative research rather than qualitative research. Kasi, probability sampling relies on a statistical analysis of the population. So, meron siyang specific procedure din, no, na maaari natin gamitin para ma-distribute talaga, magkaroon ng equal opportunity yung bawat individual from the population para mapili natin. And, ginagamit siya usually for a quantitative research. Okay? On the other hand, non-probability sampling naman is a sampling method wherein it is not known which individual from the population will be selected as a sample. So, not known which individual, no? Kasi, ginagamit itong non-probability sampling when the population cannot or does not need to be sampled to represent the target population, and so, individuals do not have an equal chance of being sampled. So, dito sa probability sampling, equal opportunity yung meron ang bawat individual to be selected. Dito naman sa non-probability is wala, no? Ang selection of samples depends on the situation and nakadepende din kay researcher. Okay? And non-probability sampling is often used in qualitative research rather than quantitative research. Okay? Non-probability sampling. So, there are different types then ng ating probability sampling. We have there the simple random sampling, the systematic sampling, stratified sampling, cluster sampling, and the multi-stage sampling. So, later on, we will discuss kung ano itong mga different sampling methods na ito, no, under probability sampling. And sa non-probability sampling naman is we have the convenience sampling, judgmental or purposive sampling, the snowball sampling, and the quota sampling. Okay, so to start, let's start with the probability sampling. So we have here the different methods. So first there we have the simple random sampling. So this is the method, or this is a method of selecting n units, okay, n units out of the n units in the population so that every individual or item in the sampling frame has the same chance of selection as other individuals or items. So, isang criteria or isang process that we need to understand, no, under simple random sampling is dapat meron muna tayong list of the participants natin. So, for example, in your class, no, meron tayong class attendance and nandoon yung mga naka-alphabetical na order na mga students, and each student is merong naka-assign na number. Okay? So, ayan, let's proceed here. Using random number generator, okay, or a calculator or statistical software, kung ano man yung mga generate na number doon, okay, so let's say, ang na-generate niya na number is 1. Kung sino yung person na na-assign as 1, or the number 1, siya yung pipiliin natin as our sample. Okay? And then another one, if mag-generate naman siya ng another number, and let's say, number 3 yung napili niya, so kung sino yung person na ika-number 3 sa listahan, siya yung ating nagiging sample. Okay? So, another method for under simple random sampling is itong fishbowl method. Lahat ng mga names of the participants is written in a piece of paper, tapos i-roll natin, ilagay natin sa isang container, and randomly mag-select tayo, no, from that container kung sino yung magiging representative natin or respondents natin. So, kung sino man yung mabunot, siya automatically yung ating sample. Okay? So, let me present to you the calculator, no? Itong let's say, wait lang ha. So, I'm sorry. Let me back to you on that. Di pala ma-pause ito. I'm sorry. So, mag-open lang ako ng Excel. Okay? And let me present to you a simple equation, no? Na using Excel para maka-generate tayo ng random number. Okay? So, I hope visible yan siya. So, open nyo yung Excel ninyo. And then, write nyo itong equation or i-type nyo itong equation natin. We have, or formula, I mean. So, we have equal rand between 1. So, let's say 35 yung entire population. So, yan. Close parentheses and enter. So, 10 yung na-generate niya na number. So, therefore, kung sino naman tong number 10 sa class list, siya yung pipiliin natin. Okay? So, let me get back to you kasi nag-brown out dito. Okay.